the battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it. Oh, what a move by Evo. That is not a place you overtake. Maybe side by side of him, they're going to go around the outside now to Pissy.
Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That's right, it's Tier 2 here in 7th Gear Racing. We're back at Austria for round 12, and just like last night, it is a sprint weekend, which means one-shot qualifying, sprint race, and then the feature race of 36 laps. Austria, a track that is kind of loved and loathed by many. Only 10 corners, of course. 9 if you discount that crappy one going up the hill. So 36 laps, as I said, 10 corners, 3 DRS zones, 3 great overtaking opportunities. Expect some DRS chicken, just like last night. There are your previous winners on the screen from the previous 2 shenanigans. And of course, just like last night, the main overtaking opportunity will be up into turn 3 up the hill, but careful not to pass that white line too quick, otherwise you will come under attack in turn 4, which is the other overtaking opportunity. So we go live to the track. One shot has started. Oh, Ember's had a bit of a bad one, hasn't he? There you go. Let's watch Finley. He is currently on pole. Let's see how he does. Looks like Olivier Face has got disqualified, weirdly. But there you go. Joel doing really well. Look, ooh, McLaren 1-2. Speed up there after winning last week. Paloma, the return to form continues. 3 races in a row at the start there. But as I say that, she drops down the order. Sorry, Paloma. Dylan in the top 10. Where's that come from, Dylan? But no worries, he'll be out in the first corner. Finley down into top P3 now. Back at T2. Him and Ego decide to do a bit of topsy-turvy. And so, who is on pole? It is indeed Christopher, 104. Good. I believe it's a 104.9. Yeah, there you go. 104.498. So only just under half a second off Tier 1 last night. But there we go. Christoph will be starting on pole for the sprint race with Ego joining him on the front row. Then we got Finley and... oh no, he's back. Oh no! Finley and Nostero, row 2. And then we got Rossi and Speed on row 3. Joel and Marshmallow on 4 with Paloma and Alros rounding out the top 10. And then further down we've got Devour, Chaos, Stingers, Lenny, SB, and then Olivier Face, Deathwing, and Dylan all managing to get disqualified or doing track limits. As they say, sprint race will start at 20:37. While that's going on, let's have a look at the standings. So, Ego at the top, 51-point gap lead now, taking command of the championship. But then we got Marshmallow and Christoph and Evo all in spitting distance of each other. Finley there also pretty close. Joel, some good points. No Williams drivers tonight. Williams will be, well, no points, but there, Mercedes currently on top. Thanks to Ego, McLaren P2, Alpine P3, despite Dylan's adventures in so far. Alright, and while we're waiting for the count, let's just...
This is the battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it. Oh, what a move by Eno. That is not a place you overtake. Maybe side by side of him, they're going to go around the outside now to Pissy.
Action almost underway. It's looking very overcast, so we might get some rain. We got that sprinkle last night, didn't we? It didn't rain enough to disable the DRS. A couple of drivers took the thing, but here we go then. Red lights are on the way. We have 5. And it's away we go for the sprint race. Look out for these turn 1 heroes. It's all potentially to go down. Looks like a good start from Christoph. Both McLaren and Mercedes getting, well, no one's really had any issues so far. Speed's gone down 3. No turn 1 accidents so far. Looking very good. Auros with a very poor start. Down 6 places. What has happened to Auros? Oh, and the Haas of all over. And Dylan's last. Oh, Dylan. I didn't even see it happen, but it just happened because... Oh, no, of course. I know. I apologise. Sorry, Dylan. That's on me. You actually started at the back, didn't you? I completely forgot. But that's good because it means you can't then get spun. But there you go. So safety car is out. Sorry, virtual safety car is out, I should say. Keep these up and running while the VSC is out. Let's have a quick look at what's going on at the tyres. So everyone's starting on the medium tyres, which is basically the reverse of what Tier 1 done. So not much to do on these. So there we go. We are back. Green flag race and a nice quick one as Ego resumes the lead after taking it on lap 1. It's McLaren sandwich as Nsteru finds himself in P4. I am going to butcher that name again, just like I did last night. Rossi finds himself in P5, the first of the Aston Martins. Joel P6, Moshford P7, Polo in P8, Speed last week's winner in P9, and Devour down there in P10. It's looking... Apparently there's no chance of rain, so it is just looking rather overcast. And there you go, Nsteru now up into P3. Getting out of all sorts as well. So Finley dropping from P3 started, didn't he? Oh, apologies, but there's going to be a lot of yawning tonight because I have been awake since 4:30. Whilst also doing a 10-hour work shift. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to the racing. There's an Aston Martin of Rossi in the background taking the scenic route there, but able to keep his car on the track. Of course, lap 3's DRS, is now enabled. So Ego hasn't quite managed to get out of that second. And everyone else will now filter in, and look at that, the top 11 are all within the second of each other. They're in that train already. Stingers, the first person outside of it, is falling back a bit, as well as SB and definitely these are the guys that had a few issues at the start of the race. Dylan up to P16, making some progress, but he is falling off a bit as well. Lenny down there in P17, he's obviously had a little pit stop, and he has put the soft tyres on, so he will be going fast. So it's all over your face. But don't know if the soft tyres should last 12 laps. We saw last night, I believe, I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the Haas drivers that started on the soft tyres. It didn't quite work out. Oh wait, no, it was Crickmit, wasn't it? It was Crickmit in the Ferrari last night, and I think they were good for about 10 laps, and then they started to show a bit of wear. So Lenny and Alois will be quick now, but it may come at the expense of pace later. But they are already, 20 and 30 seconds respectively off the pace, so it's going to be a good effort for them to get anywhere near. Unless, of course, there is a full course safety car. Back up the front then. Ego's still in the lead, getting chased down by Christoph. Is he going to make a move? Not this time. Everyone doing well to keep out of each other's way. Looking at the top 11, still all within a second of each other. Is extremely close here. And one wrong move. Oh, I don't know, Finley. I said, but I say one wrong move. So you fall down the order, and luckily for Finley, he's only lost one position. But it now does mean that Rossi has fallen outside of the DRS zone, and Finley running really wide there. Has he got an issue with the car? Because, yeah, he certainly looked like he had a ton of understeer, didn't he? Not confident going to Tier 1, and I say that, Rossi getting all out of shape there. And this could catapult Finley back into P4, and look at that. Rossi, once again, these cars do not look planted as Finley just overshoots the braking zone a bit, which will put him at a disadvantage. Let's have a quick look at the front, because Christoph could be making a move here, but Ego looks like he's got his number, and in fact it's going to be the second Mercedes with Steeru going up the inside of Christoph. But once again, great racing from these guys. Good to see these guys not just lunging and just hoping the other car moves out the way. Some tactical gains going on here. All the way down the field, Aros, Dylan's still battling out. Not too sure why these two off the pace. We know Aros is usually quite fast, so not too sure why he's off the pace. Right, here comes Christoph once again. Will he make a move into turn 1? No, he's just tucked himself right up the backside of Christoph. 7 laps remaining then. Is Christoph just biding his time and waiting for the last lap? Or will he make a move here? There you go, up the inside. No, he ports again here. So not too sure what kind of game Christoph is playing. But, yeah, battery's similar level. There you go, here goes Christoph down the inside. And Christoph doesn't take the lead. Ego with some good defensive racing around the outside. You've got to be careful here, because we've seen a lot of cars over the years, a bit like the Hamilton and Albon incident. It's very easy to collect cars around there and kind of ruin your race. And Christoph getting a bit all out of shape there. He's going side by side, but great racing from Tier 2 so far. And they're all, look at that top 11 still all within each other. If Ego makes a mistake and he has a little spin, that's down in P11 already. If anyone pits now, they're coming out on P15. That's how close this field still is. And is that Red Bull? Is that Aros having a little spin? It is. So Aros has had a little moment, and that has released Dylan. So Dylan up into P14 now, yet to spin. As there's Finley up into P4. Oh, and Finley! Oh no! There's bits of bodywork everywhere. Oh god, the steero's out. Oh, safety car! They've got bits of wing flying everywhere. And I said that, didn't I? A mistake, and Finley's gone from P5 down to P10. And has Finley the one that's got damage? We saw Rossi get a penalty. Maybe he kind of flew over the curb. That'll be an interesting rewatch. Let's just take a look to see who's got damage here. Because this will be where the soft tyres will now come into play. Lenny will likely pit again. There you go. Lenny pits again for a fresh set of softs. Are any of these guys going to pit again? I mean, look at that, Joel up into P3 now. But, oh, look at that, Rossi with no nose. He's definitely going to have to pit. Marshmallow, he's in the pits. That's a shame. Anyone else coming in the pits? No, the Styra's got away. Paloma got tangled up in there. What a shame for her. Fiddly in the pits, so look at that. Oh, Ego! Ego's in the pits. Oh, okay, that is definitely a bold strategy. He definitely, well, he obviously fancies himself to get past these 6 cars that are ahead of him. It's going to be 7 now once the Ferrari goes by. He's got to be quick to see that Dylan doesn't overtake. And he does get out ahead of Dylan. So 7 cars. That's going to be a tall order here. Especially as we've seen how hard it is to overtake. And Speeve's up to P2. Where's Joel gone? Joel pitted as well. Oh, that's a shame. He was up. He was in the podium places. What is going on with Twitch? My Twitch isn't loading properly on my laptop. Yeah, I think you're right. She did, but I've just from what Krigmit did, he was not looking comfortable. But obviously that is a different animal. So now we'll just stay with Christoph at the safety cars out because I'm trying to fix Twitch because it's really not. There we go. It's working. Fantastic. So yeah, let's have a quick look because Aros has pitted. Let's have a quick look. Let's see what everyone's done tyre-wise. So yeah, the top 7 stayed out. Dylan stayed out, and then everyone else. So Ego, and then from 10 downwards, everyone is on the soft tyres. So I mean, they're only going to get about 3 laps of racing here. Obviously, DRS will be enabled, but I don't think it's going to be enough for these soft tyres. I can't see. I mean, Ego will be the one to watch, of course. He will be flying through the field. Joel will likely want to overtake Dylan pretty quickly. There you go, Lenny and all over your face, just about catching up as well. But yeah, Finley, Rossi Stingers with a penalty, definitely's got a penalty. Of course, it's only the top 8 get points here, so if Dylan can stay there, he might get a point. If he can stay within 3 seconds of Deathwing. But that is a big if, because obviously he's going to be swamped by all these soft runners behind him. There you go, safety car is indeed in this lap. How early will he go? We saw last night. Elite Risk went really early last night, didn't he? Caught the field out. And tonight, Christoph, is he gone? He's gone. I don't think he's caught anyone napping there. In fact, he got a little bit out of shape there, didn't he? And this could open the door for Speed because he's got the better run. And we're going to get a challenge for the lead of turn 1. Oh, we know we're not. Speed just about being held off by Christoph there, and Ostaru still in P3. And there you go, Speed is up into the lead then. Oh, and Ostaru, oh, he's outbraked himself. Christoph's left him room, and he's just about got through there. Got chaos with the P4 for Aston Martin. Devour P5, Deathwing. SP's found himself up to P7 somehow. Deathwing, sorry, P6. Ego's still P8. Well, right on board with Ego. Joel's got past Dylan's P12. Whoa, look at Ego. And that is how you slice through the field, ladies and gentlemen. I said Ego was the one to watch, and he absolutely sliced through there, didn't he? Absolute great driving there. And here he goes then. Devour the next victim. got 2 laps remaining in the sprint race. We've got another yellow flag. It's Finley. Oh dear. His sprint race is going from bad to worse here. Qualified really well. Now finds himself in last place. Here goes Ego then. Will he brake later? He's got the better grip. Better. Ooh, the Devour turns in, but sees him at the last second. Just about adjusts. But because this game is broken, of course, you only get the DRS after lap 2, and it should be lap 1 in the sprint. But Ego doesn't need it as he goes down the inside of Devour. And that is P5. How many more cards can he get before the end of the next lap? Christoph is down to P3. He's been overtaken by the Styru. And Chaos is outside that gap now. He is going to... DRS will be enabled this lap now. So we're going to have 1 lap of DRS. How much ERS will he use? But we'll just look at the leaders for a second, because Spieth is holding off the Styru and Christoph. But as mentioned, the DRS is now enabled. Christoph has fallen back a bit, so it's going to be Styru going to be the favourite here, because he's positioned himself. My God, words. He has positioned. Jesus, he's got himself in a good position. Why can't I say position? Anyway, here comes Styru down the inside of turn 4. No. Spieth holds him off. Great defensive driving there. Styru not able to get past, but he's still having a go around the outside. Turn 5. And they're going to lock wheels. Oh, they've done super well not to take each other out there. Absolute pristine driving. As I say, that Spieth's gone off. Oh, Spieth. Oh, it was going so well. And then it ended in tears. But here we go. Styru will cross the line and win the sprint. And look at that, Ego up into P2 on the last lap, finishing ahead of Christoph by 6 thousandths of a second. You couldn't get much closer if you tried. Marshmallow gets P4, Joel P5, Chaos P6. Dylan, he's got 2 points, and Devour with the final point. And I can already tell there's going to be some tasty comments in that tier 2 chat. Right, so just waiting for Deathwing to cross the line. What is that, the moon or is that the sun? So Dylan, Dylan, driver of the day, Dylan. Well done, Dylan. The game, at least the game appreciates you. So here you go. Here is your race result for the Sprint Grand Prix. Styru takes his first win in 7GL, albeit a sprint race, but a win is the win. His teammate Ego finishes in P2 after a great comeback drive after going through the pits. Christoph will be disappointed with P3 after leading the race for so long. Marshmallow P4, Joel P5, Chaos P6, Dylan P7, Devout with the last points. And Aros, look at that, did really well to come back for P9. SB P10, and then we got all over your face. Stingers, Leonard, Paloma, Rossi, Spieth, Finley, and Def. Alright, so we're going at 2057. Dylan is still the GOAT. He is, of course, former Tier 3 champion. And while that's playing, while we're waiting for these guys, rather than listen to me bore everyone off, let's have a quick look at the trailer.
This is the battle of the late breakers, and a late risk gets it. Oh, what a move by Eno. That is not a place you overtake. No, side by side of him, they're going to go around the outside now, they're busy.
Right, quick look at a reminder of the standings. So Ego will be starting in P2, being round 12. Only 3 races left after tonight. It's going to be a tall order for anyone to catch Ego on this kind of form. Finley and Joel. Obviously, Joel got a chunk of points there from the sprint. He'll be hoping to get some more points in the feature race. Right, it's 20:57, so lights out should be any second. Here we go then. We've got 4, we've got 5 red lights. And it's away we go! It looks like a positive start for most people. Let's have a quick look. In case anyone has a little spin, we've got toers and throwers. The Mercedes getting away well. The top 7 all getting away well. All over your face, up 3 positions. Have a look at that. SB's there. Rossi's up 3. Aros down 4 already. It's looking very tasty out there. Everyone behaving by looks of it. All the Aston Martin getting a bit out of shape, but everyone, all the Ferraris at the back. Spieth! Of course, he had that little spin, didn't he? I forgot he was back there. Apologies. But both Ferraris at the back, as is tradition with Ferraris in this league. Ferraris just seem to have no luck. But my favourite word, Nostyru, I just got to call. Maybe I just call him Bob. Or but calling him Bob be a bit disrespectful? Probably. Anyway, Nostyru is in the lead, closely followed by Ego. It'd be interesting to see if he can keep up with Ego, because we know the type of pace that he's got. Paloma down in P14, which I was going to mention her because obviously she's been rapid the last few races. It's a shame she's down there because she would have been one of the few people to keep up with Ego. Let's have a quick look at these tyres. So a bit more of a split. Obviously sprint race everyone was medium, which is par for the course, because I completely forgot about that, didn't I? But both Mercedes starting on the hard tyres. Christoph on the mediums, Marshmallow hards. Look at that, a big chunk of cars on the mediums. Finley down the bottom on the softs. Hopefully he can make it work better than Crickmet did last night. So yeah, a bit of a spread in terms of tyre strategies. There you go, there is your race strategies from the game. Apparently lap 15 is when you first time you could pit for soft tyres, but if you want to pit on lap 15, you've really got to make them last. Is that Paloma and Stingers? A little battle. That's not even Paloma. You should watch. Let's watch the Mercedes as fastest lap by Nostyru. So yeah, look at that. He's doing well, holding off his teammate. But here we go. First chance of an overtake, and Ego should be an easy pass, but no, he decides to stay behind. The trick is you've got to be beside the car, but you need to obviously be beside the car, but also behind the white line. It's a fine art, as we got a yellow flag, as it looks like Rossi, who's having an absolute nightmare of a season, is down the back of the... Oh. Well, that wasn't good, was it? What are you doing, Rossi? Well, that's his 7GR season over. But we do have a VSC. Right, we are back to green flag racing then. Is as you were. Look at that, the top 10 once again, all inside at DRS detection zone. Finley, the first person outside, but he's on those softs, so I expect him to catch back up. Although I think that's what happened to Cricket last night, where he fell out the DRS zone and wasn't able to get back in it because of the effect of the train. And look at that, he's a 10th down already on Ember. So Finley needs to get a move on, work those tyres, as look at that, SB getting out of shape into turn 1, and that will give Finley what he needs to get back inside that DRS. And Devalwa, who fell out a little bit, is back in. Let's have a quick look at the lead, what the Mercedes driver's doing. Once you see, look at that. So Bob, the Styro, definitely has the making of Ego. Ego usually has a lot of straight line speed here, but it looks like we've got what we had last night, where obviously we had Benzer, Medal, we had Baby Boy, we had like the top 4 drivers, all elite risk of course. We had all 4 drivers just sat in that kind of train, and then of course I think it was like 4th down to 10th. All in like a line. So even though we've got 3 DRS zones, it is quite difficult to get ahead of the car. The best thing you can do in this race, really, is just if you're someone like Christoph, you just got to stay in those white lines and hope that one of Ego or Nastaru make a mistake, or they get penalties, and you can win the race by penalties. Because let's look at this, you know, Ego doesn't look like he's making much of an attempt to overtake his teammate. Christoph is stuck there on his medium tyres, knowing that obviously he'll be pitting first, but then obviously the 2 Mercedes will have that medium tyre advantage when the pit stops come along. Oh, we've got the helicopter view. Yay! Let's enjoy it, shall we? Meow. Oh, look at that. We're going to overtake under the helicopter cam. I don't want to change it because it'll... Oh, helicopter! The Red Bull getting past the Haas. Boo. I'm not booing the overtake. I'm booing that the camera angle changed. Joel making moves up into P5 then. Great driving from the Red Bull driver. And all over your face now is going to come back. Will he move into turn 1? It's quite a tight turn here. No, he fails at the last second, which is probably sensible, because tier 1's not a great opportunity. Will he now make a move into turn 4? Joel sticks to the inside. All over your face is fine. I'll go around the outside. And he does indeed. But Joel will, of course, have that inside line. And Joel over your face gets the much better traction. But Joel could come under pressure here because he didn't get great traction out there, did he? Joel not able to quite get back at Oliver Face. He doesn't go for the move, which is very smart. You said many people get a little love tap there from Devour, as well as Concertina effect comes into play, as Joel really struggling to yeah, he's really fallen off a little bit there, hasn't he? Has Joel got damage? Because he's really braking quite a lot here. And Lenny, the first person to get a track extension penalty. Oh, there we go, look. P2, Christoph is up at the P2 Ego. Looks like he could have made a mistake here. And now Christoph on those mediums is going to be able to attack the other Mercedes. As Joel not quite able to get ahead of Oliver Face, and once again he's going to come under attack from Devour. You've got Dylan and Chaos looking to take advantage of any kind of slip up here. Dylan down to P9 now. Let's see, can Joel get anywhere close at Oliver Face this time? He's got to give himself some room to be able to breathe, but oh, look at that. Oliver Face goes defensive on turn 1, giving Joel the optimal line, but look at that. It's actually worked out in Devour's favour here, and Devour is going to get the run up into turn 4, but is he going to get blocked in by the Haas? He does, and Joel says thank you very much. Up into P5 he goes, but this is where accidents happen. Oh, and an accident has happened. 3 into 1 don't go, I'm afraid, fellas. But look at that, Dylan! He comes racing through, the OG Dylan, up into P6, showing everyone how it's done. Please don't punt them off. No, Dylan's in P6, he's having the race of his life here. Dylan is going to win this whole bloody thing. But now, let's calm down, and otherwise I'll jinx him. But Joel has that P5 now, it can change, and SB at the back. He's had a little spin. And still you has now, see look, I said about Christoph, didn't I, about biding his time, and now Stoyu has got that penalty, and Joel now is going to come under attack from the OG, and there he goes, blazing past. I sensed a bit of gamership there from Joel, because he knows that he'll have the better DRS here. 4.5 seconds the gap now between the two Alpines, and here comes Joel. But he backs off a little bit, but he's going to come under it. Oh, dear me, and all over your face, did very well. And SB has retired in the pits, and all over your face gets a penalty for avoiding Joel. But here he comes, down the inside. No, he thinks against it. This is going to be one of the main races. We've got the battle at the front. We've got this battle now from 5th. Look at this, we've got Dylan in 5th, all the way down to P13 speed, just like last night in Tier 1. The cars are so close together that it's going to, rather now is going to be under a lot of pressure here. Everyone is going to be on tenterhooks, not want to make a mistake. And is that Devour making a move? It was, he was making a move on Joel, but Joel says no and closed the door. Joel here. Looks like Joel's fallen off a little bit of Dylan there. I think good to see Dylan's got some pace. Ah, Dylan! Oh, I thought Dylan was going to crash, but no, he's good. He's good. Keep it together, Dylan. Come on. Do it for the OGs. Come on. I mean, so let's. I mean, as much as I want to keep. Ah, helicopter! Ego with some. He's right behind Christoph here. Follow the leaders for a bit. As much as I want to stay on Joel and Dylan, It's probably best to focus on these guys for a little bit. I don't think much is happening. It's kind of as you were. Christoph can't seem to get past the Styro. Ego stuck behind Christoph, and Marshmallow stuck behind all three. Get the feeling that Marshmallow would probably drop off these three without DRS. But just look at the battery difference between the three. Ego just sitting there waiting patiently, waiting to attack. And looks like Nostoro had a bit of a weak corner there, but he's okay for now. He's not going to make a move, he's fine. So let's go back to Dylan. Look at that gaggle of cars. It's almost like it's lap 1, but it's lap 12. Oh, we're going to get it, we're going to get it, we're going to get it. We've got it, we've got the camera on Aros. Sorry I keep doing this, but this is probably one of the best things Codemasters have actually done with the game. Is put this camera angle in, and it just allows you to watch from a different perspective. You get quite a lot of cars on the same screen. And it just ends abruptly. Look at that, Paloma in the points. I said to you earlier, didn't I, about Paloma showing some pace. And she is now up into P10, into the points. And I say that, she's now possibly going to get P9 as All Over Your Face didn't get a great exit out of turn 10. She's going to go around the outside of turn 1. Ooh, they're going to touch, and they touched. And oh god, there's going to be some more touching. And yeah, that's not the good touching. As some few people have... Oh, look at it, Joel has now conceded that position. So Devour is now up into P6. It's now Devour's turn to see if he can get past Dylan. Oh, and now we get another helicopter view. They're spoiling me today, aren't they? Codemasters know how to tickle my fancy, don't they? But how long will it take Devour to get past Dylan? Dylan holding down the fort. He is that bottle in the neck. He is that bottleneck. The gap is 5.5 seconds. About to start lap 14. So 23 laps to go. Look at that Devour right on the back of Dylan already. Will he make a move into turn 1 or will he wait for turn 4? No, he tucks back in. Gives Dylan the little slow diet. And here he comes. Easy as you like. And Dylan will just slot in behind and go, thank you. I'll take DRS for the next part. Because Devour looks like he's got some pace here, doesn't he? And if Dylan can hold on, then he could be in here, Dylan, for a good chunk of points. If he can hang on to the back of Devour. Oh, yeah, flag. Oh, it's Chaos. Chaos is gone. He's had a little spin. Ah. Tricky corners there. No one likes those. Right, and Devour, he's dropping Dylan a bit, isn't he? And Joel's definitely struggling now, and he comes into the pits. See, lap 15 was when the first soft runner was supposed to pit, but here you go, Joel, lap 15, which means the hards are going to go 21 laps here. And now Dylan has got the gap to speed. But again, he just hang on to the back of Devour and hope for the best. Speed is dropping off. Aros in P8 now on those hards. Aros, despite having DRS, has actually fallen out of DRS range here. Of course, now the pit stops are starting to happen, the field will likely spread out a bit, as drivers will be allowed to show some of their true pace in the kind of fresh air, or clean air, I should say. Aros going to come under attack from Stingers here, and the Stingers pits. Nope, not this lap. Go, will he make a move into turn 1? No. Oh, I tell you, he needs to charge that battery a bit, doesn't he, Stingers? Ooh, when he almost got attacked from Paloma. Paloma is able to divert. And Stinger's using that battery, isn't he? He's not got much left, and doesn't even make it past turn 4. But he's right up the backside. And even with DRS, there you go. Easy as you like. Into turn 4. Ooh, a little bit of a bang there. Into turn 5, I should say, sorry. Arrow's starting to struggle. Even though he's on the hard tyres. Dylan still hanging on to the back of Devour, and Devour he's brought that gap down by half a second here. So Dylan playing the long game here of not wanting to kind of lose this kind of DRS he's getting from Devour, because Devour is also on those medium tyres. Devour lapping about a second a lap slower than his ultimate pace on these mediums now. So they're not too worn. There's still some life in the old dogs yet. Right, where's all the overtaking, guys? Come on. Why is it all stopped? So a few people pit, and all of a sudden it's right. Joe on his own, getting chased down by Finley. Let's have a quick look at the tyre situation. So yeah, Finley on those tyres for 7 laps now. He might pit again, but he can get to the end if he looks after those tyres. But yeah, the top 12 yet to pit. Olivia Faze in P13 is the first person to have pitted. Let's do a quick compare, shall we? That's a bit too late. So let's do Devour. Devour does a 1.8.6. And let's look at Olivia Face. See what he can do. 108.6. Wasn't it for Devour? What can Olivia Face do? Now his hard should be warmed up. 108.6 to beat. And 108.0. Joel. So yeah. They're definitely going faster. So the undercut is currently working for Joel and Stingers. And I'll say that, look at that, Joel gets past. Stingers was coming out of the pits, and Joel managed to sweep past. So that kind of worked, didn't it? The Stingers on the soft tyres then. There's no way he's going 18 laps on those softs. I mean, he'll have to pit again. And I think Joel probably did good to recognise the fact that he's on the soft tyres and maybe just pull himself along, because Stingers will have some rapid pace about now. And there you go. Dylan says anything you do, I'll do. So P5 and P6 into the pits then. They will of course be switching on to the hards. And we got a yellow flag and Deathwings binned it somewhere. Oh, and we get a VSC. So Ember, so Devour and Dylan, not quite enough to take advantage. But anyone that didn't pit, there you go. Finley in the pits, taking the scenic route. But if you're Lenny, I'm putting a set of mediums on. But he doesn't. So this is where someone like the guy, all 3 of these guys at the front, all the full safety cars out. The game decides it wants to bring the full safety car out. So expect everyone to dive into the pits now and change whatever the tyre they're on. Which, again, it screws over people like Devour and Dylan, because everyone else is going to get... Does Dylan spun under the safety car? Surely not, Dylan. You didn't do that, did you? No, you would never do that. But I tell you what, Joel didn't get... Joel's definitely... He didn't have pace there, did he? Look, he's quite far behind Dylan and Devour. And there you go, as predicted, both won it. Oh, and the Mercedes are double stacked, so Ego, well, lucky for him, even though he did double stack, he's still going to come out in P4, so he's only lost position to Marshmallow. That's good news for him. Speed's up to P5 now. What about Devour? Will he get back up into that P5, or has Speed done a number on him. No, what about Dylan? Oh, Dylan. But still in the points are Dylan. Second safety car of the evening. What's Lenny going to do? Lenny's going to stay on those hards. If he's got a fresh set of mediums, he needs to go onto them. But I get the feeling he doesn't. So, yeah, I think it's a bit too long to go on the softs as well. If the safety car would stay up to lap 23, then I think softs, you'd pit for softs. But I think the guys who pitted only a couple of laps ago are kind of stuck on these hard tyres now, if I'm being honest. And look at Joel. Joel's the one who's been hurt the most by the safety car. He was up in P5 and P6 with Dylan. Obviously, he was down P7 when he pitted, but he's basically gone from P7 to P11. And all the cars in front of him got that free stop. Paloma on the softs. Interesting. Obviously, Paloma's got first-hand data because she obviously raced last night in Tier 1. So she'll have a bit more insight than all the other drivers. Obviously, Nestoru raced last night as well. I guess the next question is how long does the safety car stay out? Probably not too long. There you go. So the safety car is coming in quite early then. Lap 21. I thought maybe 22, but 21 is the order of the day. And Nestoru will get his opportunity. Yeah, right. But just like yourself, Fusion, she raced last night. So, I mean, if she did the sprint race on softs, that's 12 laps. I mean, it's another 15 laps minimum here, so she's probably banking on another safety car. That is probably the best bet. Right, and here we go. Nestoru resumes the race. Looks like everyone's going in single file. Everyone behaving. No one's been caught out. No, here we go. Lovely. Look at that. No one's struggling. No one's spinning. That is what we like to see. So, the tables have turned. Can Nestoru, can he pull out a little gap before the DRS is enabled? Because he's got that tyre advantage over Christoph. His tyres will... Yeah, so not only does he have the tyre advantage, but he also has like a warm-up advantage. So he'll be able to go faster, quicker. So there is a chance here that Nestoru could get himself out of the DRS bubble. But I imagine Christoph will be burning that battery to keep up. And of course, Nestoru making his debut last night in Tier 1. Now finds himself in Tier 2. They get a faster lap of the race, and he is 7 tenths ahead. He's got another lap to pull out. It's kind of shades of what Elite Risk had to do last night. Still a gap of 7 tenths. Marshmallow's still hanging on there. A lot of these guys have got penalties as well, don't forget, so that will also come into play. And playing on those softs has fallen back a bit. It should be all over it, but yeah, she's up into P8. KF the Stingers having a ding dong. chaos turning in there and just about getting away with it. Both drivers on the hards. Aston Martin v Haas versus McLaren for the wooden spoon. Lenny doing a typical Lenny masterclass, finding himself down there in P12. And once again, look at that. Nice set the fastest lap of the race, but it's not enough. Christoph is now going to get the DRS, and he's going to be able to bring himself back into contention here. And that is going to be bad news, because these guys have drained their ego just sitting pretty once again, not just draining his battery. You can understand what everyone else did, but and Paloma, P7, those softs are working, but it's the gambler, isn't it? It's the gamble of a safety car. That is what Paloma is hoping. Otherwise, it's a bit of a wasted thing. For her sake, you hope that it does. Of course you don't, Ben. So you don't know. Yeah, it's fine. She's just banked on the safety car. It's tier 2. There's gonna be. We've already had 2 safety cars. There's gonna be a third, surely. Yeah. And now Paloma has got fresh air for the first time since having those softs on. So we'll see what kind of pace she's got. How quickly can she catch up to the back or the pack in front? Because that'll be key. And then, just like Ego did in the sprint, she's got to try and overtake these guys as well. Oh, safety car. Hey, what happened? Oh. And do you know what? What's happened? Oh, well, that'd be a face. So that, I mean, that, oh dear. I think Paloma's, yeah. I think, unfortunately, that, unless everyone pits for safety, safe softs cars now, the gamble hasn't worked. If everyone stops and pits for softs, then Paloma's going to be okay. But if everyone stays out, then unfortunately the gamble hasn't paid off. Benza, I know you're sitting there sweating this one out. One driver retired, one driver gambling for the strategy. Let's have a quick look. Let's stay with the leaders. Are they going to pit for softs? Are they going to stay out for the mediums? Oh, he's staying right, staying right, staying right. There we go. Everyone into the pits. Apart from no, who stayed out? Who stayed out? Someone stayed out. Ego stayed out. Wow, okay. Sounds like Ego wants a bit of a challenge. Did anyone else stay out? Devour stayed out as well. Speed stayed out. Alros stayed out, but there you go. The plan worked, Benster. The plan has worked. Paloma's got herself a couple of positions. Is she now stuck in the pits? No, she's okay. She's behind Marshmallow. She's behind Christoph and Nicedoru, who were the net leaders of this race. Of course, all the others haven't pitted. So, do you know what? That's worked out pretty well for us, guys. Obviously, Nicedoru has given up his lead. But, of course, everyone in front is going to be on those... on the worst tyres. Look at Lenny. He's been on those tyres 11. Why didn't Lenny pit? Lenny! What kind of masterclass is this, Lenny? I don't understand this masterclass. But a masterclass it is nonetheless. Yeah, so I guess... the next question is, when does the safety car come in? This is lap 2. So you think at least one more lap. Maybe at the end of lap 27 it comes in. All the cars are going to be bunched up. Surely Lenny's got a pit now. Come on, Lenny. Come on, Lenny. Pit. Lenny didn't pit. It's okay. It's okay. Masterclass incoming. Look at that. Finley, look. I tell you what, though, obviously Finley's had an absolute shitter of a night, hasn't he? Apologies for swearing, but, you know, I've had to say that. You know, he's been near the back pretty much since the start of the sprint when he fell down the field. And here he is now, up in P5. This is why you don't give up, ladies and gentlemen. Because tables can turn just like that. Look at Devour. You know, he fought his way through the field, got himself up into P5, now finds himself a net P2. Can he hold on to the likes of Ego? Ego's on the mediums, so it's going to be tough for Devour. But this will be the first time Ego will be able to stretch his legs. This will be the first time we see what kind of speed Ego has. There you go, safety car is in. Speed's on the mediums, so Devour's got some work to do. Aros P4. Leonard. And I kind of want to watch him because he's going to drop down the field. But we've got a duty to look at the leader. Oh, I watch the leader, you guys watch Lenny. See how far he drops down. So we will have 9 racing laps once we resume. Ego going a bit faster than usual, to be honest, so he's not able to... There you go, he's pulled the trigger. He's got the jump on Devour. But not as much as he would like, because I think Devour is going really fast here, actually. And oh! And there you go, there is the twist in the tail. I said earlier that obviously, I believe it's Christoph who I said earlier just had to stay patient because all the guys were getting penalties. And the guys who he was racing with all now have penalties. Apart from Marshman as well. And Christoph has actually got past the Styro as well. Oh, they're battling here. And Lenny. Lenny is that bit of lead that is sinking to the bottom of the sea. He's gone from P6 to P10 in the blink of an eye. Now he's about to go down to P11 because Joel's going to go on the outside. And he's got the OG Dylan sniffing as well. Oh, Dylan! Oh, Dylan! Oh, Lenny, what are you doing? He shouldn't have pitted. Why didn't Lenny pit? Oh, he's wagging his tail at me. Don't wag your tail. Oh my God, Lenny, he's going to be last by the end of the lap. He's gone from P6 to P12. That is what you call a Lenny masterclass. Absolute great stuff here because he's about to lose another position. And I don't know if anyone else in the F1 world could do what Lenny does. He does it with such grace and aplomb. And there you go, P13. First to last challenger, absolutely right. And Dylan, oh, Dylan, you're in the points a minute ago, Dylan! Right, anyway, let's go back to the leaders because Ego does have that 1 second gap now. And he's going to be hard to catch. It's going to be a battle for P2 now, I reckon, between Devour and Spieth. Aros needs to up his game if he wants a podium. But he only needs to stay within those 3 seconds. And he's back on the podium. Christoph, look at that. P5 for Christoph. Him and Nostaro are both past Finley. Can Marshmallow get past Finley as well? Because, of course, he's been with the lead pack all race. DRS is now finally enabled. 7 laps to go. Could be anybody's race still. Devour just needs to stay in that 3 second gap. No. Look at that. Look at the speed that Finley's got. Both DRS, and he's going to go down the inside of turn 4. And he says, "Wake up, Nostaro. You got might have your softs on." Look at that. What a bit of speed he had there. And again, look at the straight line speed Finley has compared to the Mercedes. And despite Nostaro being on those soft tyres, Finley, banging wheels and everything, is saying, "Hurry up, mister. Come on. Get your act together." Nostaro, of course, led this race for a big chunk. Now finds himself down in P6. At the mercy of the traffic. We've got a yellow flag, and it's... Is that Lenny? No, it's Chaos. Oh. I thought Lenny might have had a little spin, but he's okay. He's okay. And there we go. Nostaro now right on the back of Christoph. But let's go on board with Christoph, who actually didn't have a great exit there, did he? Is he going to come under pressure? Nah, he's all right. Aros doing alright on the straights here, isn't he? And Christoph has fully burned that battery. I think he needs to have a lap of just kind of conserving that. Yeah, I'm guessing the only person who's got battery left is going to be Ego. Yeah, there you go. That's how he's conserving. Look at that. Everyone is just going gung-ho. Dylan 3 seconds behind, doing Dylan things. And he is being pressured by Lenny. Oh, we love you, Leonard. Alright. Ego, the gap is now 1.8 seconds, so he just needs 1.2 to secure the victory from Devour. Devour yet to win a race in 7GR. 10 races, 41 points, 2 podiums to his name. So a third podium is definitely like he'll be aiming for in this race. But can he get that win? The elusive win. It doesn't look like Ego's pushing that much. The battery's about the same here. So it doesn't look like there's much tyre delta though between the two, does there? I think softs are definitely faster, but medium and soft, it doesn't look like there's too much between it, because I mean, either Ego's taking it easy, or I mean, there you go, gaps back up to 1.8. But Christoph's still struggling to get past Aros, and now we've got the Aros train. Aros all the way down to Stingers in P11, and oh, look at that, Christoph getting out of shape. Is he going to get overtaken by Nostaru into turn 9? No, he is not. Oh, hang on, yes he is! Oh my goodness, that is an overtake I never thought I'd see. But it's an overtake that got done. And Christoph is all out of shape here. And now, you can see the Mercedes driver. Oh, Dylan! 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 Dylan's brought the safety car out. Dylan! I mean, I suppose Dylan. Oh, Dylan, the ex-reigning Tier 3 champion, has binned it. And we've got a safety car. Oh, and Chaos, who's already last, has got... yeah, that's him done. So, Lenny, if you're listening to me, pit for soft tyres. I don't think many others are going to pit, because obviously the safety car will come in at the end of lap 34, whatever happens. So, these guys are going to stay out, which puts now Devour in pole position for the victory, because they're all going to have their battery saved up now, and Ego is going to have a lot of trouble trying to get 3 seconds in 2 laps. It's possible, but I think Chaos is he's doing some kind of shenanigans. Does anyone pit? No one in the top 10 should pit. If you're outside the top 10, i.e. Stingers, you should pit. There you go, all of your face. Chaos will probably retire. And Lenny in the pits. Pits, Lenny. I just thought he was baiting us there, wasn't he? And there you go, Chaos with the... Yeah, he's... yeah, that's not surprising. So, let's have a quick look at the tyre situation, shall we? So, yeah, Nostaru Christoph in pole position here, but obviously look at those penalties. Ego, Speed and Nostaru all with 3 second penalties. So, someone like Christoph could easily still be on the podium here. Safety car should be in this lap. Here you go, safety car is in. So we'll get 2 racing laps. No DRS. I mean, that is Lenny. That is what Lenny does, Benson. He just does his own thing. It's cool. It's what I call the Lenny masterclass. It's just, there's nothing else like it. Alright, here we go. What will Ego do this time? Everyone's battery is 100%. Yep. Apart from the guys at the back who have been spending a little. Come on, Lenny. You got to get back. Otherwise, you're not going to make use of those soft tyres. Come on. Bold prediction then. Lenny's going to get a point. Should we say Lenny's going to get a point? Lenny's going to get a point. That's what he's going to do. Right, Ego. He's leaving it a bit late this time, but there you go. Round the final corner. And we start lap 35 of lap 36. And we've... Oh, that wasn't a bad come. Here we go then. Right, what can Ego do? Has he got enough speed to pull out 3 seconds? Oh, and Speed's in the wall. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh, Steve, that's it. Lenny. That's one more car towards the points. The Story's at the P4. Aros has lost down to P4 here. Ember, the Devour's still up there. And P2, riding Ego. Aros could be in for P2 here. As it stands, Christoph wants to get past. Finley lurking as well, Marshmallow. Paloma's got the penalty, so she's kind of out of contention. Oh dear, right. We're almost on the final lap. Ego is pushing, he's pushing, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Only 6/10. He needs to make up over 2.5 seconds in 1 lap if he wants to get a victory. Otherwise, it's going to be Devour's first win in 7GR. Out of nowhere, the guy has come, hang on, up 6 places, so 8th place Ego started on the grid. And he's about to start. They've started their last lap here, and I tell you what, the joker in the box here is Nastyru, because if he can get ahead of Devour and just accidentally slow him down, then, oh, that's no points for Lenny, that's a shame. But look, Alros, he's got to stay in, he's got to stay, right, let's go to the leader, shall we, because that will make it more obvious. So Alros right now is sitting P2, Christoph is P3. It's, Christoph is 3 seconds behind Ego, so he's not going to overtake Ego. Ego is doing all that he can to preserve that podium place. Right now, it's on, because Christoph is out of the 3 second time. But, yeah, look at that. Nostara is falling off a bit now. Devour on those hard tyres is clinging on as hard as he can. If you're Devour, you just let, obviously not now because it's too late, but he's hounding him. But here we go, Ego all across the line first. But of course, penalty's about to come into play. And Devour does indeed get his first 7GR win. Aros makes it onto the podium to throw in the Styros. Christoph remains P5, Finley P6. Wowzers. Strong finish to the race. And Devour gets his first win in 7GR. The Alpha Tauri garage going absolutely mental. Great team play. Lenny definitely played a part in that victory. And there we go at the podium. Devour up onto the top step for the first time. Joined by Ego and Auros. Good to see Auros back on the podium. Oh, what a frantic race that was. Right then, here is your race order for the feature Grand Prix. Devour takes victory, his first win in 7GR. Congratulations, sir, I salute you. Ego takes P2 despite the penalties. Auros takes a well-deserved and untimely podium. The Styro fastest lap in P4, he'll be disappointed not to be on the podium or even win after his in the race earlier. Christoph gets P5 again, he'll be disappointed. Finley up to P6 from P17, a great drive from him. Marshmallow P7, Joel P8, Stingers P9, and Paloma scoring the final point. And then outside the points, you've got all over your face, Lenny, Speed, Chaos, Dylan, Deathwing, SB, and up the grid. Whoa. Who was last? Hang on. Who was last? The thing's in the way. I can't see who was last. Rossi, of course. He'll be in trouble. And has the game crashed? No, it has not. Right. That, folks, is a wrap. Congratulations once again for Devour taking his first 7GR victory. If you've enjoyed tonight, make sure you join us back as we're back next Tuesday for Tier 1 as we head to the land of the rising sun, Japan. A personal favourite track of mine. I know a lot of drivers is very much a Marmite circuit, but Japan it is next week, next Tuesday at 8:30-ish. If you can't make Tuesday, we are back once again next Wednesday for Tier 2, who are also heading to Japan. So then, guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. You're goddamn heroes. Bye-bye.
This is the battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it. Oh, what a move by Eno. That is not a place you overtake. Maybe side by side of him, they're going to go around the outside now to Pissy.